everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I have a compilation of some of my favorite food gifting ideas, gift card wrapping ideas, and gift packaging ideas. So if you want to know how to do that, stick around. I show you how. And be sure and give me a like. Be sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you're notified when I have a new video upload. And I'd love to hear in the comments which one of these is your favorite today. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Food gifts are always appreciated during the holidays. Okay, for this one, you're going to need 3 cups of Rice Chex. You're going to need 3 cups of Corn Chex, 3 cups of Wheat Chex, 1 cup of broken pretzels, 1 cup of Cheez-Its, and 1 cup of mixed nuts. And then you're just going to mix it up real well. This is kind of just like a hack on Chex Party Mix. Just adding a little bit different stuff. And then I'm going to take some butter, a cup of butter, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and some seasonings, and I'm just going to mix those up and drizzle them on top. Now, I will give you the recipe for this in the description below. Just get that mixed up really well with the butter. Pour it over there, and then you're just going to stir until it's completely mixed up well, and then you are going to put it in the microwave for 6 minutes, stirring every 2 minutes. And then pour it out on a tray and let it cool. Then I'm going to put them in jars and bags, and I'll show you how they look. I'm just taking a pint mason jar, and I'm just going to tie a bow with a ribbon around the front of it. Use kind of a thicker ribbon too, instead of, a skinny ribbon, because it does look better with a little bit thicker ribbon. And then I'm just going to add a tag to the front with some baker's twine. And then I'm going to make a wreath with a little garland, a string of garland that I got at Hobby Lobby. I'm just kind of rolling around the front so it's flat in the front, and I'm just going to kind of roll it. And then tie that off. And then just run that through until you get it completely rounded. And then I'm just going to add my tag through it. And I'm just going to run it right through the back of this ribbon, and I'm just going to tie that off. And these do go together really quick and easy, and they're a very inexpensive gift to give. And then this is what it looks like in the jar, and that's what it looks like in the bag. Let me know in the comments which one's your favorite. Okay, for this one, we're going to take a half of a 24-ounce almond bark, melt it down, and we are going to pour it over 5 cups of Rice Chex. This is called sugar cookie. And then you're going to get that mixed up in there real well. You want to make sure all of it is coated. Okay, next we're going to come in with some sugar cookie sprinkles, and we are going to sprinkle a bunch of them on here. Now, really sprinkle a lot of them. I was a little bit light on mine, and I wish I had added a lot more. But really get a lot in there and really mix it up good. Okay, then we're going to take 1 cup of powdered sugar, put it in a big Ziploc bag, and then we're going to pour our cereal mixture into the bag. Then we're going to seal it up real good, and we're going to shake it till it's completely coated. Once it's coated, we're going to take a cookie sheet, we're going to cover it with parchment paper, and we're going to spread it out as thin as you can get it on here. And then we're going to take it and we're just going to put it in the freezer to let it set. Okay, then I'm just going to fill some pint-sized jars with this. And then I'm just going to start decorating them up. Now I'm using some pastel ornaments, and I'm using some pastel ribbon, and I'm just going to tie a bow around the front part of this. And then I'm going to take a little snowflake, and I got these snowflakes on a card at Dollar Tree. I'm just taking one of those snowflakes, putting it right in the middle of my ribbon, and then I'm going to glue 3 of those ornaments on top. Nothing to it. This was pretty quick and easy, and it really turned out good. See how cute those turned out with very little effort. Okay, for this next one, I just cooked some mini loaves of bread, and I'm just going to roll them up in some cellophane, and I'm going to kind of tighten them up there on top so that they're covered pretty good, and then I'm going to tuck it up underneath. Okay, I'm just going to take one of those little mini cutting boards from Hobby Lobby. I'm taking a piece of scrapbook paper, and I'm just going to glue on the back of it, and I'm going to glue it to my board. And then I'm going to take some burlap ribbon. I'm going to wrap it around my bread, and I'm going to glue it to it. Now, I'm not going to glue it to the bread. I'm going to wrap it around, and I'm going to glue it to the opposite side of that burlap. Okay, next I'm going to take some baker's twine, and I'm just going to wrap it around it. So make sure you have some that overhangs on the side, because you are going to have some long enough to tie it off in the front. And just kind of, loosely wrap it around. Don't just go in a straight line. Just kind of go up and down, and then just go ahead and take it and tie it off. And then we're just going to tie it off in a knot, and we're just going to cut that off. And then I'm going to come in with a little sprig of greenery, and I'm just going to cut it off of there. And then I'm just going to glue that right across the front part of that knot at a diagonal. Then I'm going to take some black ribbon, and I'm just going to I'm going to put my bread on my board, and I'm going to glue the bread to the board. Now I'm just going to take my little glider and just put 2 little strips, or 2 or 3 little strips, and I'm just going to glue it right onto there so it doesn't move once I tie my ribbon on. Then you tie your ribbon behind your board and across your bread, and then just tie that off in a bow. And then I'm going to put it in a bag, and then I'm just going to tie it off at the top. These make cute little gifts, and they're not real expensive. Right now, Hobby Lobby has those cutting boards for pretty cheap. They're 60% off right now. And I think they were originally like $3.99. And then I'm just going to add a little tag to it. And I just stamped a sentiment on it. And that's pretty much it. That was a pretty easy one. Yeah, little loaves of bread make great Christmas presents. For this one, I'm going to take 12 ounces of white almond bark, and I'm going to melt it down in the microwave. And it takes about 2 minutes to melt 12 ounces. Then I take 4 cups Rice Chex, 1 cup of chopped up cashews, 2 cups of crushed pretzels, and then I'm going to drizzle my almond bark over the top of it, and I'm just going to mix it up well. This is called Fantasy Fudge, and everybody loves this that I give it to. Just get it mixed up really well. And then you're going to take a 13 by 9 casserole, and you're going to go ahead and coat it with some like Pam or something like that. And then you're going to go ahead and put your mixture into it, and we're going to push it down. We're going to make sure it's kind of flattened out. And then we're going to put it in the freezer and let it set. Okay, after it sets, it literally lifts out of the pan. But I'm just going to take a knife, and I'm just going to kind of cut it up into pieces. And you can actually take it out and break it up with your hands if you want to. It's just a little bit easier to start off with a knife. Next, I'm just taking some little dessert cups. I got those at Home Goods. And I'm just going to take some yarn. And this is called Eternal Bliss by Yarn Bee. And I'm just going to go all the way around the top edge of this cup with this. This really did kind of give this a more upscale look on these cups. Okay, next I'm just going to take a gift bag, and I'm just going to put it down inside of here. Make sure that you fill it while it's inside your little cup, because otherwise, if you don't and you try to put it in there later, it won't go in there. So shake it on down there real good, and we're going to fill this bag probably about halfway full. And then I'm just going to put a rubber band around the top to hold it together. And then I'm just going to tie it off with a red and white checked ribbon. This one came together pretty quick and easy. If you're looking for last minute, these are all really easy last minute gift ideas. All right, look how cute those turned out. This one I'm going to use a 12-ounce box of oyster crackers, and I'm going to pour them into a Ziploc bag. And then I'm going to add half a cup of oil, 1.5 tablespoons of ranch dressing, 1 teaspoon of dill weed, and then 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt. And I'll give you the recipe for all this in the description below. And then you're going to zip up your bag, and you're just going to shake it up until it's completely evenly coated. Just make sure the seasoning and everything is completely evenly coated. Then you're going to take a parchment lined cookie sheet, and you're going to pour it on there. Then we're going to bake it in the oven for 20 minutes at 250 degrees, and we're going to stir it twice in the middle of it. Just shake it out there and then bake it. Now we're going to go ahead and bag them. I'm just going to bag them in these little bags that I got at Michael's, and I'm putting about 5 of the, I'm using a third cup measuring cup, and I'm going to put 5 scoops in here. And then these have a self-adhesive strip on the top of them. So just go ahead and pull that off and then fold it over. Just try to make it really as neat as you can. Okay, next I'm just going to take some red ribbon. I'm going to go across the front, twist off in the back, come back to the front, and I'm just going to tie it into a bow. And I'm going to go underneath the ribbon on both sides, and that way it makes it a little bit tighter on there when you're tying your knot. And then go ahead and tie a bow. And then I'm going to take some baker's twine. I'm going to add a little sentiment tag to it. And then I'm going to take some greenery. This is just some garland that I got at Hobby Lobby. I'm just going to put it right into the little ornament. And I'm putting a couple of little red berries in there as well. And I'm going to hook that to my package with my sentiment. Just tie them together. Tie it on there. Tie that one on there as well. And then just tie those off. This was pretty quick and easy. And then just cut off the excess string. Okay, see how cute that turned out? Okay, if you're looking for some creative ways to package your gift cards, these next ones are great ideas. Okay, you're just going to start with any container that you have and put styrofoam in it. And then we're going to use some little bamboo skewers, and we're just going to stick them into the styrofoam. And we're going to add a whole bunch of these to make it fill up like a bouquet. Now, I'm just going to cut them off at different lengths, and I'm just going to attach my candy. I am using Kit Kat bars, and these are gingerbread flavored, and they taste amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut them now. I'm going to cut several of them the same length, and then I'm going to cut a little bit of them different lengths so that they kind of do look more like a bouquet. And I'm going to fill mine up pretty full. Just keep adding all your candy to it, and then you can go ahead and arrange it when you get done. And then I'm just going to add a handful of the brown shredded paper in there just to cover up that styrofoam. Okay, once you get it as full as you want, then we're going to go ahead and add our gift card. I'm just going to take some glue dots, and I'm just going to put them onto the back of the card on both sides, and I'm just going to attach them to those bamboo skewers to kind of make it look like a banner. And I'm going to stand that up into the back of my basket. Okay, then I'm going to fill it up a little bit fuller, and then I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to put some Hershey's Kisses down at the bottom. You can stop there, or I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to personalize it by taking some beads. I'm going to spell out the name of the person that's getting this. And these are just some beads that you can get with letters on them at Hobby Lobby, and you get like 500 of them in a bag. And I'm just going to wrap that around a piece of greenery. And I'm going to put that down into one of those little ornaments. Just tie it onto there. This just gives it a little bit more personalization. Just kind of line it up, make sure that the letters stay in there good. You can get this lined up pretty easy. If you had to put some tweezers down in there, it's easy. I'm adding a little berries, put the lid on, and then I'm just going to attach it with some baker's twine. This one turned out really super cute. I was really happy with this one. This is a great gift idea. This one I'm just using a place card holder. I'm just going to attach my gift card right at the top of it. I'm going to put some paper inside. This is some tissue paper I'm putting right inside my little container. I got those at Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to fill it with some candy. Then I'm just going to put my card on top, put a couple candy canes in it, and then I'm just going to bag it up. This one was really a super easy one, but it really turns out cute. And you can use any place card holder for this. And I'm just going to tie it up with a little bow on the front part. And then I'm going to add a little snowflake. All right, and that's how that one turned out. That one was pretty quick and easy. Next one, I'm just going to use one of these little Lifesaver storybooks, and I'm just going to go ahead and attach my gift card on the inside using some glue dots. And then I'm just going to go ahead and bag it up. And I'm just going to tie off the top with a ribbon. And then I'm going to take a little fillable ornament, and I'm going to put some snow inside of it. And these are the ones that look like little Christmas bulbs. And I'm just going to kind of fill it halfway full. And then I'm going to put a little mini Christmas tree. I'm just going to push it on down inside of there. And you can get those bulbs at Hobby Lobby. They come in a pretty good size pack, and same with those little trees. Just kind of push it on down into the snow. And then we're just going to attach it to the front of the package with some baker's twine. This is a super quick and easy one. You could do several of these in no time flat. And look how cute that turned out. For this one, I'm just using one of the Dollar Tree snow globes. And then I'm going to take a piece of craft paper that's 2 inches wide, and I'm going to start accordion folding it 6 times. So you're going to have 6 folds. And this is what the card's going to set inside of. Just use a bone folder if you have one to kind of smooth it out a little bit. And then once you get to your 6th fold, you're going to go ahead and cut it off a 1/2 inch from that folded edge. And then that's how we're going to attach our card right there. And then I'm just going to take some glue dots to put on the front of it. And that's how I'm going to attach it. You can put some on the front and then some on the back, and you can kind of squeeze it in there. And then we're just going to go hot glue it right to the base. You kind of get as far back in the back as you can. And then I'm going to come in here and put a bunch of little Christmas trees in here. And I'm using 2 larger trees and then 1 smaller tree. And you can put whatever you have in here. Just, get a little Christmas scene to put in here. And then I'm going to take the bottom off the snow globe. I'm not going to reuse that. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some snow inside of here. And then I'm just going to screw my cap on. Just get it screwed on really well. And then you're going to just shake all that snow down to the bottom. Just make sure you have enough in there just to cover up the paper that we put in there to hold the card. And then I'm just going to tie a ribbon around the bottom and tie it in a bow. This is a great one for like a gift card exchange. If you go to a gift card exchange, it's just a creative way to dress it up a little bit. This one turned out super cute. Let me know in the comments which one's your favorite. Okay, on this next one, I'm just using one of the little toy soldiers from Dollar Tree, and I am just filling a jar full of candy, and I got the little Kit Kat bars, and they're the little gingerbread flavored, and I'm just kind of putting them in where you can see the face of the Kit Kat bar all the way around, and then I'll put some more in the middle, and it doesn't matter which way those are. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of it up with some little Hershey's Kisses, and then I'm just going to put my lid on it, and then I'm going to take a glue dot, and I am going to attach the gift card into the toy soldier's hands. They have a little slit on both sides of them, and you can just push them into both of them and hold it in place. And then just add a little bit of glue dot just to hold it in so it doesn't slide down. Okay, next I'm just going to take a ribbon and tie it around the jar, tie it off in a bow. And then I'm just going to hot glue him right to the top. If you're shipping this to somebody, you probably want to make sure you put E6000 glue up there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and wrap some garland around just to kind of cover up the base part. And I'm just going to glue that in. And then I'm just going to bag this one. I'm just going to put it in a bag, and I'm just going to tie it off at the top with a little bit of baker's twine. All right, that was super simple, and it turned out really cute. For this next one, I'm just going to take a jar that's about the height of a gift card, and I'm going to put my gift card in an envelope and then fold the envelope over to match the size of the gift card. And then I'm just going to fill my jar full of Skittles. And then I'm just going to push my card all the way down so you can't see it. And then I'm just going to put my lid back on, and then I'm going to take a piece of white felt and I'm just going to glue it to the top, and this is going to make it look like snow because I'm going to put some trees on top of here. And I'm just taking some little trees, and I'm just going to start putting them in here until I get it as full as I want. Now I should have probably pushed those back just a little bit, the bigger one, and then I could have got the other ones in there a little bit easier. So if you do that, just kind of try to do that. And then I'm just going to take some burlap ribbon. I'm just going to wrap it right around the center of this jar. And I'm just going to glue that in. And then I'm just going to take some baker's twine and I'm going to wrap that right around the center part of that burlap ribbon. And just kind of, don't go straight, just kind of do it at angles. And then we're just going to tie it off in the front. And then I'm going to add this little gingerbread man to it. So I'm going to go ahead and clip that off flush, and then I'm just going to cut the little top part of his little ornament off of there, and then I'm just going to glue him on. Now if you're using a rubber piece like this, you need to put some E6000 glue because he did fall off afterwards. So be sure you put a little E6000 glue if you have like a real slick rubber like that. And then I'm just going to bag this up, and I'm just going to tie a bow around the top part. This was pretty easy. And I'm just holding the top together with a little rubber band until I can get my ribbon put around it. I'm just tying it off with some baker's twine. This one was really quick and easy. Okay, if you're looking for some easy ways to wrap your gifts to give them that little extra touch, these next ideas I think you'll really enjoy. This first one, I'm just taking my craft paper. I've already wrapped my gift. I'm going to stamp a sentiment on a card that I have punched on the top and the bottom. Then I'm just going to take a wreath that I got at Hobby Lobby, and then I'm going to take some baker's twine, and I'm just going to attach it at the top and then at the bottom, and I'm just going to tie it off in the back. This is a really easy one. You could use any kind of wreath that you want to. I got this at Hobby Lobby when it was 60% off, and it's 60% off right now. So go ahead and tie your sentiment on both the top part and the bottom part, and then we're just going to wrap it right around the back of that present and tie it off. This one's a super easy one. It's a great way to use up any kind of wreath that you have left over from Christmas. And I always just write on the back of my presents who it's to and from, because the front is the part that I'm trying to make a focal point on. And then just cut that off and you're done. That one was pretty easy. Look how pretty that is. The next one, I'm just going to take some red burlap ribbon and I'm just going to wrap it around my package twice. And I'm going to do it twice because I don't want the craft paper to show through on the front part. And you can use any kind of burlap you want. Red on craft paper looked really good. And I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's kind of a burgundy red. Then I just got these 3 little sprigs of greenery, and I got those on Amazon. I'll give you the link to those if you want that. And I'm just going to go ahead and just stick it right down into that burlap to hold it in, and then I'm going to glue off in the back a little bit just to get it to hold in place. And that way they can take these off and use them for something else. Okay, then I'm just going to take some black and white baker's twine. I'm just going to wrap it around. Now try not to wrap it around just straight. Kind of go at diagonals. It makes it just look a little bit better. And then just clip it off and tie it off in the back. And then I'm going to take this little deer. I got that at Hobby Lobby. It was like on a little stick. I broke it off. And I've got that for under $1. I'm just going to stamp a sentiment. And I'm going to take that same baker's twine. And I'm just going to add that to it as well. All right, see how pretty that one turned out? You can use anything on craft paper to make it look pretty.
Next one, I'm just going to take some jute string and I'm just going to wrap it around the upper top part of this package just a few times and at an angle. And I'm going to just tie that off, and then I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to wrap it from top to bottom exactly the same way I just did that. Then I'm just going to stamp a little sentiment. I'm going to attach it to my package with the same little string right there, right in the center. Then I'm just going to add some greenery, and then I'm going to add some snowflakes. Now I just got those snowflakes at Hobby Lobby, and I just painted them white. Just go ahead and stick them in there. Greenery and craft paper really looks good. I mean, you could literally stop right there, and that looks really awesome. And then I'm just going to glue my snowflakes on. All of these are really quick and easy to do, and they really look good. All right, there you have it. That one was super simple. The greenery really makes these packages. This one, I'm just taking one of these tree scenes that I got at Dollar Tree. They came in a little kit. I'm just gluing it straight to my package. And then I'm going to take some burlap ribbon, and I'm just going to come up around the bottom part of that tree and cover those up. I'm just going to glue this down. And I got this ribbon at Hobby Lobby. And just kind of glue it in there good so it stays. Then I'm just going to take some black and white baker's twine, and I'm just going to wrap it around. This is a great way to just use up things that you already have. And then I'm just going to add some little green sprigs to it. And then I'm going to add just a little sentiment card to it as well. Then I'm just going to add a little pine cone right to the center of the greenery. And that's it. This one turned out so pretty. I really am happy with this one. This next one, I'm taking the little gingerbread men that I got at Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to paint them with a gingerbread colored paint. Next, I'm going to take a little white gel pen, and I'm just going to draw 3 little dots down the center of them. And then I'm going to draw off their arms. Now, I'm going to go by their legs and their arms. I'm just going to do a little swiggly line, real quick and easy. And then I'm just going to put a little happy face on them. Then I'm going to stamp my package with a stamp, and just kind of do it at different angles. You know, kind of get it spaced out good so that you have it staircasing. And then I'm going to come back in here in a minute and add a little bit more. I just started to do what I'm going to do here. And then when I figured out I still had some more space, I'm going to come back in and put a little bit more. Then I'm going to take some red and white ribbon, and I'm just going to tie it around the box a couple of times. And then I'm just going to tie that off in a knot. Then I'm just going to add a little cookie cutter to the center. I wish I'd had a gingerbread cookie cutter, but I didn't. It would have looked really cute, but I just had a tree, so I used what I had. Then I'm just going to add my little gingerbread men to the top. Just kind of angle them a little bit. And then I'm going to come back in and I'm going to stamp where I had excess space. And you can actually stamp all your craft paper before you even start if you want to do that too. That's always really cute. Then I'm just going to add a little sprig of greenery to it, glue it down, and that's it. That turned out so cute. I love the little gingerbread men. So I'm just going to take a burlap ribbon. I'm just going to wrap it around the center of my package, and I'm just going to glue that down. Next, I'm going to take some greenery, and I'm just going to, this is a garland, a boxwood garland. I'm just going to go in a circle. I'm going to wrap it around several times to kind of make it pretty thick, and I'm just going to make a wreath with it. And you can get this at Amazon. I'll give you the link for this one as well. Just get that wrapped in good, and then we're going to take some black and white baker's twine, and I'm just going to attach it to the wreath. And I'm going to do it on both sides. Just make sure you make it long enough to go around and tie off in the back. Okay, next I'm just going to take this little tree with these little beads on it. I got this at the dollar spot at Target for $1. Attach it at the bottom of the wreath. And then I'm going to come over on an angle and add some green ribbon across the top to the other side. And then I got some little Scrabble letters to spell the word Noel. And I got those at Dollar Tree, I'm pretty sure. And then just add a little cinnamon card and you're done with this one. Pretty quick and easy. All of these are so quick and easy. All right, look how pretty that looks. Wouldn't you like to get that package? Here's a recap of what I made today. Food gifts are a great gift to give because they're inexpensive and you can just decorate them up so good. And then gift cards, if you want to just give them that little extra touch, it really does help. If you like these kind of videos, be sure and give me a like. Be sure and subscribe and be sure and ring that bell to be notified when I have a new video upload. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it.